Let's watch.
Mad that I'm putting you on the spot like this, but I need you to look me in the eyes.
Yes.
And be honest with me.
Bro, he's a brown Muslim man talking to the fucking literal, like, brown Muslim killer. You know? Like, how are you going to just fucking ask him about being depressed and humanize him?
Always.
And with his situation, he knows better, too. He knows better. 100% he knows better.
Mr. President, when you do your end of the year lists,
yes,
do you really read all those books, watch all those shows, and listen to all those songs?
You were so impressed with Obama.
Listen,
No, you don't.
I am so glad that I had this opportunity.
Please.
People, they believe the books and the movies, but the playlists, they somehow think, and this is mostly coming from young people like you.
Yeah.
Somehow y'all think you invented rock and roll, you invented hip hop, and so the fact that my lists
He wants to kiss him.
are
It's so,
pretty incredible.
like the love
Yeah.
in this room.
It's like, Mr. President, thank you for legalizing gay marriage so I can have gay sex with you.
Please.
That's what he's saying.
This is so horrible.
Yeah. I watched the Hasanabi broadcast at the top of the hour. There's a 3-minute ad break. And sometimes he forgets to run it. And he runs it 17 minutes later. You no longer want to see those ads? All you need to do is subscribe for $5 or for free with a Twitch Prime. That's right. It's bad, I know.
I think that
Stop.
was the
It's
best
better than-
you've ever
Hey, well,
done.
yeah.
I like that because it was bad, which is
Yeah.
why I'm giving it 10
Yeah.
out of 10.
Thank you. Thank you.
I can't-
All right.
I can't rate it.
Here's a 3-minute ad break now. Oh, yeah. Okay, let's keep going.
People seem to think, well, he must have had some 20-year-old intern who was figuring out, you know,
I can't do a good Obama.
this latest
It's
cut.
racist.
No,
Don't do
man.
that.
It's on my iPad right now.
You have Life is Good by Sir featuring Scribs Riley on your iPad
I
right now?
do. Come on, man. Don't play with me.
Okay.
This is the
All
comment.
right, let's cap it. Let's cap it. Let's raise the rim a little bit.
He knows what a song is.
Give me the plot line for Afterlives by Abdul Razak Gurna.
Dude, how much time do we have here? Come on, man. Look, here's the bottom line of my playlist.
You didn't read the book.
And my book list and my movie.
You got him.
I am very scrupulous about making sure that this is stuff that I actually like.
Yeah.
I will confess that there are times on the playlist, on the music list, where I will get suggestions.
Yeah.
Because it's not like I got time to be listening to music all the time. So
I got people to
typically
kill.
at the end of the year, what happens is folks will be like, man, you need to listen to this. This is good. But unless I'm actually listening to it, watching it,
Motherfucker didn't read that book, bro.
No, he completely dodged it.
But also, he would have been fed the questions before this interview.
Yeah.
So he would have known.
That's crazy. He just straight up pivoted. That's unbelievable.
That's the one thing he has to do. Just know the one book, know the one song.
Yeah.
I won't put it on there.
Gotcha. What would happen if you didn't choose Michelle's book?
Well, that would be foolish of me because we share a bank account.
Nah.
We share he made the bank account joke. Why
The
I'm
old-
spending all my money?
the old white ball and chain.
I was hanging out. I got to see. This is
From the GOAT.
This is a flex right here.
You know, he brought this over to my house in Chicago after we
Muhammad Ali came
we
to
got
his
left.
house.
Did you say who's Muhammad Ali?
No. I said, whose gloves are they?
Oh.
You don't say
Alex
who.
doesn't like Muslims. You should know this.
I thought you
I
said
hate
who.
boxing as well. I know nothing about it.
I thought you literally said who's Muhammad Ali. Oh, who's that guy?
I only know Cassius.
Yeah, what is he? Is he like a singer? Like, what's up?
Liked him. And because he used to live in the same neighborhood where our house is.
Oh wow.
For a time when he lived in Chicago, and by that time he,
His
you
music
know,
is so
he was
inspirational.
already
Are they
having
doing this
trouble
in a day
speaking,
spa?
but has somehow managed to like communicate just through his face and his
It was so cool too to see
expressions.
him. Did he do little bits and stuff like
Yeah,
that?
oh, he did like the whole magic tricks,
Yeah.
and, you know, all kinds of stuff, and
Salman has gotten jacked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, kids loved him. Yeah,
He was tall, bro.
He was a big spirit,
Hassan
a
is
big
tall.
soul.
Yeah, it was really interesting. When I was a kid, he came to the mosque when we were little in Sacramento. I grew up in Sacramento. And for him to just show up and play with the kids, it was such an iconic moment.
Yeah, he's one of those folks who, there have been a handful of people who, when you meet them, you're like, oh, this is exactly what I was hoping.
Yeah.
You know, Mandela was one, the Dalai Lama,
Mandela would have hated this guy.
Queen Elizabeth.
The Dalai Lama. Damn, bro, you're gonna put the Dalai Lama on there with Mandela? That's kind of fucked.
Mandela lets kids suck his toe.
Yeah, what the fuck? Yo, chill. The Dalai Lama. He said, "Suck my tongue,"
Exactly what
and
I
I
clicked.
did it.
It was great.
Dude, oh, he said Queen Elizabeth. Oh my God, he's such a cuck, dude. You're not even president anymore. Who cares?
Wait, when was this filmed?
Just be like, I like Jay-Z or some shit. You know what I mean? You invited him to your fucking birthday. Why? Why is he doing that?
He's appealing to us.
Like,
We like the Queen.
Yeah.
ay, ay, ay.
Charles Mulder.
Surprising.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was exactly the way
Bro, they literally brought a commemorative fucking item from Australia to celebrate the king's coronation.
Our new king.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys are
Fucking hell.
It's a once in a lifetime thing.
We are jealous. You're right.
Queen Elizabeth living up to the hype?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Even Hassan and I was like, listen, I'm here to dick ride, but like, come on. Queen Elizabeth living up to the hype? Okay.
another one.
It's cool that you have one of these. I always wanted something like this, but this is a cool moment right here.
Yeah, well,
Two iconic Muslim Americans right here.
Oh, that's funny.
I'm actually going to lean on you to be my therapist a little bit. Help me understand.
Come on,
this,
I'm gonna help you out.
So meet me here. I'm here speaking on behalf of so many voters.
Yeah.
And
First
so
of all,
many
let
Americans.
me set my watch.
Wait, is he going for
So
president? When is this
you know,
filmed?
That's part
Are
of
people
the
still voting for him?
process.
I know the
this
session's
is
only
new.
60 minutes,
Yeah,
and
that's
that's a
exactly
whole
right.
other conversation. I feel that the times that we're living through right now are bleak in a way that they've never felt before in my life.
my
We're talking over there.
God.
I'm 37. This is the 6th presidential.
This guy got his like shit canceled by Saudi Arabia, and ever since he's like, "Oh, dude, actually, I was doing it all wrong."
Wait, what happened with Saudi Arabia?
I mean, he shit on Saudi. Was it Saudi Arabia? Right? He had a Netflix show. He had one of his episodes pulled because the kingdom was not very fond of his like episode on Saudi Arabia, which was pretty good. I mean, he's pretty good. He's done a lot of decent shit. He's probably the least libbed up out of all of the like comedian political satirists.
Like that or don't like that he's a lib?
No, I like that he's not libbed up. Like I'm saying, he has like a lot of interesting, solid takes on a lot of issues.
It's
And
hard
now,
though.
and now he's doing like a centrist pivot.
If you were in a room with Obama, you might do the same. I feel like that's his kind of like power.
I would never be in a room with Obama for that. No one is putting me in a room with Obama for that reason.
Yeah, we can work it out.
You will do it.
Yeah, how are you guys gonna do it?
He's that guy.
Obama, the only room I'll see Obama in is the mosque because he's a Kenyan Muslim. That's right. Yeah, Allah's room. Okay. Yeah, Barack Hussein Obama.
Election I'll be voting in. But it just seems more.
John Oliver clears. Yeah, you guys are so wrong. John Oliver is fucking dog on foreign policy.
That's the English guy?
Yeah.
I hate
He's the one that copied our North Korean
Oh,
jokes.
what an asshole. Yeah.
Yeah, whereas like Hassan Minhaj at least had like a unique perspective. And I like John Oliver, but the reality is, on foreign policy is not very good.
More insane than ever. Congress is insane. Voldemort is running again. You got corruption in the Supreme Court, Roe v. Wade, book bans, trans bills, culture wars, mass shooting, climate change. And now everybody's wondering if they're going to be replaced by AI. And I was thinking about this, and I was like, I'm going to meet President Barack Obama, and there is no way the hope and the change guy does not feel depressed. You are too smart to not feel depressed. You're too intelligent.
Am I too smart?
So Hassan, let's work through
Gotta
these
think about
issues.
this one.
Yeah.
Am I a genius?
It's weird seeing Obama say my name. I just realized.
All right. So Hasan, let's work through these issues.
Yeah.
That's weird.
What's his
That,
pronunciation like?
that feels weird, bro. What the fuck? Okay, that felt weird.
You weren't listening to any of that. You were just listening to him saying
yeah.
your name. Like,
Yeah, that felt weird. Okay, now I'm thinking like, sir, how brilliant are you? Like on a scale of like Albert Einstein to Stephen Hawking, how brilliant? It was Stephen Hawking, right? The one that was like
in the wheelchair.
Tony Hawk. Yeah.
Tony Hawking. Tony Hawk.
First of all, of course, there are times where I feel depressed because objectively,
I've done horrible things.
when you see an entire school
bomb exploded.
terrified because a
I thought he was literally.
yeah.
When you see an entire
a
school
drone.
drone strike, like, you know.
Of course. It's a terrifying thing.
weapons of war.
Right.
If your heart's not breaking,
Oh, he's doing the classic liberal thing where it's like, these are weapons of war meant to be used on brown children. Not on the brown children on U.S. soil, okay? Just brown children in Afghanistan and Iraq.
and something's wrong with you. If you think that's normal, then you really do need some therapy. If you're not stressed about climate change at a time when we're seeing record forest fires and haze floating right here in DC coming from the north and flooding, and all the evidence is that we're not moving as fast as we need to. That should cause some distress and some anxiety. So the issue for me, at least, and maybe this helps you out, is not to be blind to the genuine challenges and threats that are in front of us. Two things, I guess,
What is he saying?
I do for
thought he was
myself.
good at
Number
talking.
one is I do try to maintain some
goes on
perspective.
forever.
When you say this is the worst things have been since you've been around.
Sure.
Well, dude, you've only been around 37 years.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Ask your parents
Yeah.
or your grandparents whether this is the worst that they've seen.
He was crying after Sandy Hook because he knew that no mere mortal could ever hope to top his school record using drones in Afghanistan. Jesus Christ. Yeah. It's like, these are weapons that I can use.
Seen. And I'm pretty sure that between World War I, World War II, Great Depression, Jim Crow,
It just went backwards.
lynchings, the partition of the Indian subcontinent,
Right.
the killing fields in Cambodia. We can go through some lists
Right.
of moments that
Sure.
are significantly worse than this. Part of the challenge that we have is that you grew up, and in some ways I grew up, during this anomalous stretch of time,
It's a really good
In
advice
which-
for depression, just thinking about other people
even
having
though
it worse.
bad things were happening.
He's a...
For the most part, the trajectory of humanity was things were getting better. We were becoming less racist and less sexist and less homophobic and better educated and healthier and wealthier, and extreme poverty was being reduced. And there was this, and then the Berlin Wall comes down and Mandela's released, and there's this enormous
Americans
sense
were trying to
that
keep him in jail the whole time.
many of the ills of humanity were behind us.
Do you feel there was all this stuff that you were pushing forward, and then when you have rollback of certain democratic institutions, do you feel damn? You don't feel that at all? Because what
Yes.
Mr. President, what I'm trying to get out of you,
Is he the president? He's not the president.
No, that's normal. You say
You
when
said
you're
that to an old president?
yeah, when you're president once, like you're a president. That's what that's how it
awesome.
works in America.
That's pretty cool.
You guys have such respect for your leaders.
Yeah.
This is better than...
Yeah, because we're
North Korea.
fucking cucks. Also, what do you mean? You're Australian. The king is your king. You don't get to
we
speak
love
on
him.
this.
But that one's hot.
Yeah, he's fucking
And he stops
sausage.
being king when he dies.
He's sausage fingers. Yeah, when he dies.
Oh, really? Damn.
Yeah, I don't think he
Queen
died.
Elizabeth is still the queen.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, no.
Refer to her as Elizabeth.
Oh, yeah, you're right. No, you guys are one step ahead of the monarchy.
Yeah, but they can stay president.
actually, I'm actually just going to say it. Emotional honesty.
Yes.
Because when you first came into office, when I was Sasha's age.
Right.
You were like Ted Lasso season 1. Folksy, optimistic.
Libs is so infuriating.
I can't stand this, dude.
Well,
Why are they like this?
They did Voldemort before as well. They they love these horrible references.
God. It's like Ted Lasso season 1.
I also hates Ted Lasso.
I've never watched it.
I've never watched it either. I just like think it's fucking. I don't know. I watched one episode and it was just like, unbearable. I hated
Is
it.
it the one with the guy with the hat?
He's a soccer
He's got a
coach.
hat?
No, he's the fucking professional cowboy who uses a lasso.
That's what I thought.
There's a guy with a hat.
There's a guy with a hat.
Teddy
See,
Lasso.
I knew.
Yeah,
I
it's
know
a
the
cowboy
show.
hat, and he has a lasso, and he goes to England and lassos people.
Yeah.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
I understand why everyone likes it.
And now, some of these kind of like Vox.com talking points feel like Ted Lasso season 3.
Oh, man.
Predictable and at times forced. And
Wow.
let me give you props.
That's a tough review.
But I want to give you props.
Yes.
Remember that moment where you were like,
gonna give him props?
the hot mic, and you're like, Kanye's a jackass.
The young lady seems like a perfectly nice person. She's getting her award. What's he doing?
Why would he do that?
He's a jackass. No.
And everyone's like, yes, yes.
That's whack because he didn't say this. He said this when Kanye was like kind of cool. And yeah, he was like still behaving in a manic way, but he was like actually making a statement about how the fucking Grammys are absolutely racist and that, black women have a much harder time winning any kind of praise from these institutions in comparison to white women. And that's what he was saying. Like that was his sentiment, which is like this many years later, we all kind of recognize as true, right? Or was it the VMAs? Not the Grammys. Sorry, it was the fucking VMAs. Anyway, so it wasn't even like one of those, or it was the MTV Awards and Taylor Swift fans voted for her. Was it the VMAs, MTV Awards, whatever? These fucking award shows are all the same, okay? And we all recognize it as true. Do you not? I thought this was like a common narrative now. I mean, its significance is up for debate, but like ultimately, the Oscars so white, that kind of shit, like, that stuff is, that kind of stuff is like pretty common in the discourse now. Anyway, he was being a dickhead, certainly, but that was what his sentiment was supposed to be. Meanwhile, Obama is like shitting on him for that. Not current Kanye. Current Kanye deserves it.
There's these moments of emotional honesty where there's such deep resonance.
when he
because
doesn't know the mic's
American
recording,
public
that's
feels
hilarious.
gaslit and lied to. I will say this about the other guy who was in office. He was a factual liar, but emotionally honest.
He was always who he is.
Yeah, but I think
Your stands are the most disloyal. Yeah, I know.
Yes.
progressives sometimes can be factually accurate, but emotionally dishonest.
Oh.
And if there was just a moment where
Bro,
I am going to be.
Bro, he lasered your family members, dude. What the fuck? He literally had complete disregard for murdering people that look like you, just not in America, but literally in Afghanistan and Pakistan. Okay, maybe not India, but still, you know what I mean? That's crazy.
That's some amazing emotional honesty from you, Hasan.
Yeah,
That was
it's just
really
like I'm
emotionally
being
honest.
a progressive again. You know.
Look, I can't be something other than who I am. And so I am going to tell you the absolute truth. Emotionally.
yes,
Have there been times over the last 4 years,
Indians hate Pakistan. Hassan Minhaj is literally Muslim. Okay, I know he's Indian, but he's Muslim. Okay, that's what I'm referencing here.
during the period of my successors
He's having a lot of trouble saying it.
Yeah,
being
he's
in the White House,
got the Biden disease.
where I was cursing up a storm. Absolutely. Were there times where I
I
felt
swore in the past. Like, that wasn't the question.
as if our best impulses had been replaced by our worst?
What does that mean?
Yes. Have there been times where my basic optimism about the human spirit is tested, and I say to myself, I'm not sure that we can get our act together.
He's gotten really
fast
rusty.
enough.
He does all these like softball interviews. He can't actually talk anymore.
He also kind of looks old. Like he looks like he got the life force sucked out of him.
Yeah. He gets haunted at night by
To
the
solve
by the
these
babies.
really big problems like climate change. Not because any individual person doesn't want to solve it, but because of a basic collective good problem. Like, how am I going to get the Chinese and the Indians to cooperate? And you know, when I look at demographic bulges in places that are poor, and you know, how are we going to get them education fast enough?
Right.
It feels overwhelming. So I guess this is the point I'm trying to make, is that I, at least 3 to 4 times a day, think, I'm not sure, you know, we can manage this, because we're a bunch of...
He's like, I couldn't kill enough of them. It's fucked up. They're overpopulating, and I could not kill enough.
Did not have enough weapons.
chimps with guns and big machines.
Yeah, talk that talk.
But we're
Yes.
basically still operating at chimp-like levels. And it doesn't matter if you have enough, you know, you got a banana, somehow you still want everybody else's banana.
He sounds like Biden. It's amazing.
And we're greedy. And
This is what happens when the
We're cruel.
adrenochrome wears
all
off.
those things are true. And yet,
having
what I
withdrawal
also say to
symptoms.
myself, because I witness it, is the capacity for us somehow to kind of keep this thing afloat.
Right.
And to,
What is he saying?
in this messy way,
Right.
He's not said anything.
Mr. President, you're
kind
so
of
right.
muddle through.
Talk the talk.
And when we
Yes.
muddle through long enough, in small increments, things get a little bit better, and we get a little bit kinder, and we get a little bit more open-minded. And as Michelle's mom, who's one of my favorite people, and she says, and you know, us old people, we die off. And because we've got old ideas.
Right.
And then the new ideas come in. And
Like drone warfare.
that
Yeah.
process,
Brand new thing
if you
come up
take
with.
a long enough timeline, can make you feel not, you know, like everything's going to be hunky-dory, but it can sustain your spirit, because you say to yourself,
He's
you know
very
what,
boring.
if
He's born in
if we can make things a little bit better,
Yeah.
Damn, dude, Trump has way more riz.
This is crazy.
Yeah.
Even Biden's better. This is actually
Trump would have Trump would have shit on like 11 newscasters by now. It would have been like, Jesse Waters, he's gay. Everybody knows it. His masseuse knows it. Like, he's just, what is happening here? I guess maybe
better's
we
really
got
good.
too
I used
used
to say this
Trump.
to the White House all the
Yeah.
time.
The showman.
Better's really good.
Right.
So let me give you, I know I'm not trying to filibuster.
You're trying to filibuster.
No,
me.
but I think this is going to be responsive to your
Yeah.
question. So
Sure.
But if you want to tee it up,
Can I
that's
give
fine.
you a little?
Go ahead.
A little. What I would have loved when the Merrick Garland thing happened.
Yes.
I wish you would have done the thing that LeBron does after calls.
Yeah.
You've seen the meme where he's like, just do that. Get a
I
tech.
want more